hard time lingers on, I feel it in the wind. Though we may be gone, our paths may cross again.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am feeling so much more like myself. A lot of that is because I've been really trying to focus on self-care, not necessarily like going to the spa or getting pedicures or like doing all those, big things. I feel like I used to do really, really well and I've been slipping on it, but it's kind of like shifting your mindset. So doing still the things that I have to do, but doing them in a more like self-care mindset. And then also I have been implementing like little bits of self-care kind of like throughout the day. And so that's kind of what today is going to be about. I want to get things done that I need to. So I'm actually going to be focusing on my bedroom, giving it a little refresh. I also am going to be sharing a really delicious recipe. It's one that my sister shared with us a while ago. It was a hit at her house and it's been a hit at my house. I made it up in Montana with my mom and everybody loves it. So I'm going to share that one with you guys as well. But we have a lot to get done today. I'm going to do it in like such a positive way that I feel like I will actually feel more refreshed at the end of the day, as opposed to just like kind of draining and feeling like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. It's gonna be a good one. So let's get into it. I wanna hear you say, First off, I need to clean my bedroom. I actually got some new bedding I'm so excited for. I've been really looking forward to it. So I'm gonna strip the bed. I'm also going to just clean the space. That's not the most exciting thing to do, right? Like cleaning, but this is where I'm going to be really intentional with my day and with my time and with the things that I have to get done. So instead of just feeling like, oh, I have to clean, I'm going to be looking forward to in my mind, like getting the new bedding and having a totally clean room. It's gonna feel really good. And then on the journey of it, on the time that we're going to be spending actually cleaning, I just have my earbuds. I've shared with you guys these before a lot. They're amazing. They're Shokz open ear fit earbuds. They're cool because they actually leave your ear open so you can still be connected to like the real world. I don't know if I'll either listen to a podcast or if I'll listen to some music, but either way I'm gonna be listening to something and just kind of like vibing out while I'm getting everything nice and put together in here, and then we will get the bedding out. I'm so excited. So if you guys have not listened to Miles Smith, he's like a new artist that I kind of found recently. Totally a different vibe than a lot of times what I listen to, but it's like very good vibes. So if you need something to uplift you today, check him out. It's just MYLES Smith. Okay, so I'm actually going to be getting rid of these shoe organizers because we decided to start keeping our shoes in our closet, and instead we'll kind of make this like a little entry moment. Since this is like kind of the entry into our room, this actually used to be the hallway, and the previous owners put the door here and took off the door literally right here. And so now we'll be able to like store linens and things like that. I just feel like that's gonna be nicer, and it'll also look pretty, and it can be kind of decorative as opposed to just a catch-all all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and take pictures of these so I can post them today on Facebook Marketplace. I have been in the biggest funk lately. There's just been a lot going on. I know a lot of you guys had commented on that in my last video, and that's definitely the case. Like, there's just been a lot. I have really kind of shifted back into just trying to find the silver lining of things, trying to stay positive, because in the end, everything that happens in life is going to happen, but you can totally make that what you want it to be. Like, you know, you can still have a bad thing happen to you, but if you have a good mindset, then you can make the best of it and you can actually enjoy your days. Or if you have that same bad thing happen to you and you lean into it and you stay negative, you're definitely just excluding yourself from any positivity that you can feel. So I have been trying to find joy in my everyday tasks, because although I would love to just go get pedicure after pedicure and go get massages and all that kind of stuff, one, it costs a lot of money, which is unrealistic, and two, it takes a lot of time and I have other priorities and other responsibilities that I have to do. So in the end, that is just not like a realistic thing. So with that being said, you can definitely find joy in your everyday tasks, whether there's something new going on that can get you excited, or you have to do something, but in the end, it will bring you peace. You could even like help somebody and that can make you feel good. Even something so mundane and unenjoyable like cleaning our bathroom can be an opportunity for a positive mindset. How, you ask? How in the world could that be positive to you? Well, instead of focusing on like, oh my gosh, I have to clean my bathroom, I'm just not feeling it today, you can instead think about how you're going to be able to enjoy your clean bathroom later, how good that's going to feel, and you can kind of focus on the end result, and that will give you a lot of joy in doing those things. And although it is really nice to have something to look forward to at the end, it's also really nice to actually enjoy the journey, which takes up most of our life, right? So the thing that I would suggest with that is do something to make the journey or the process a little bit more enjoyable. So you could listen to some music, you could even ask some friends for recommendations of like what music they listen to and try something new. You could call your friend or your family member and just chat with them. You could listen to a good podcast, put on a new YouTube video. Like there are so many things that you can do to enjoy the mundane tasks that you're working on. And then when you've shifted your mindset into how that's going to benefit your life later, that can motivate you and help you feel like you're doing something for yourself as opposed to doing something you're not going to enjoy. Okay, this little weird gadget is a window cleaner. So while I continue working on other things, this is going to clean the inside and outside of our windows. So we actually got this so that we could clean our second story windows without having to hire a window cleaner. And that saved so much money because actually hiring someone to clean like tall second story windows is so expensive. And when you pay for the service, you obviously only get it done one time. And so you have to continue like paying for it, or your windows outside get so dirty, especially here in Arizona. So for us, it made a lot of sense to get this machine, clean our second story windows, and then now that we have it, we just use it around the house randomly to either clean tall windows that are hard to reach, or I'll use it in cases like this just on a random day, and that way it opens up my time so I'm able to focus on other items and other chores that I need done, and it just cleans the windows with suction and water. It's amazing. I feel like this is the case in basically every situation, but specifically for me, because I can only speak for myself, cleanliness brings me so much peace, and the opposite is also true. So if our home is messy and cluttered, I feel like my mind is messy and cluttered as well, and it just feels like everything feels a little more difficult, everything feels a little bit more chaotic, but it's hard because you can easily fall into a bad cycle where your home can fall into a messy state, and it then sucks the energy from you and happiness from you, and then it just gets worse and worse because then you're not wanting to clean it, and you're feeling overwhelmed, and then it gets in a worse state, and your mind gets in a worse state, and it's just like a really bad cycle that's easy to fall into and really difficult to get out of, but you can get out of it. So if you do ever fall into that cycle, I would suggest starting with one small attainable area or task. I like to do my domino chore a lot of times, which is cleaning the kitchen or cleaning the dishes, but another thing that you can do is actually start with a small chore or task that gets you a little bit excited. For example, I was cleaning my room so that I could put on the new bedding, and you can just kind of let that inspire you to move on to the next area, and eventually you will pull out of it. Eventually your home will be back in order and your mind can feel that peace and calm. And another thing that I just want to know is make sure that you're giving yourself grace during this time. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling depressed, if you're struggling, whatever is going on, it's okay if your home doesn't get fully clean in a day. Like, that's very unrealistic. So give yourself grace, do your best, and it will happen. while ago, we found this bed frame on Facebook Marketplace and it has been so good. I've loved it so much, but I feel like this bench hasn't fully gone with it because there's no footboard here and just like the way the bench kind of sticks up. So I think I'm actually gonna kind of shift some things around and move this maybe over here, and then we'll have to find a new spot for Emma's dog bed. And then we'll put the new bedding on because it's just coming out of the dryer right now.
I play pretend this one's in the put on a dress, act like a man.
I have been so beyond excited for this. So I've been using bedsure bedding for years. We've gotten it for different projects that we've done. We've gotten it for our own bed, for our guest bed, like all different things. But we recently did a room rescue episode. I guess it was like a month and a half or so ago. But we did a bedroom makeover, and in their bedroom, we completely transformed everything, including all of their bedding. And we gave them like the most incredible bedsure bedding from top to bottom. And it just made me so excited that I knew I wanted to do this in my bedroom too. So to go through all of the bedding that we got for our bed, I started out with this base layer of a waterproof pillow top mattress protector. This is great because it not only protects your mattress, but it also just makes your bed feel that much more soft and cozy and luxurious. And then right on top of that, I have their bamboo and linen sheets. These sheets are incredible. They're very breathable, but they're also just like very silky. They just like move with you as you sleep. They are so incredibly comfortable, and I want all of you to feel them. They're so good. Now the next layer is the gray striped velvet quilt, and this is so beautiful. It's very lightweight, especially if you're a hot sleeper and you don't want anything too heavy. This is perfect. Right on top of that velvet quilt, I've added in a waffle weave comforter, and I love this because it gives the bed a lot of texture, as does the velvet quilt, but it also gives another layer of warmth. And then again, because I'm seriously just always cold, I ended up adding in a linen cotton duvet cover, and I love doing this because this adds another layer of warmth if it really is a cold night, but also it just continues to add more and more layers onto your bedding, and it just makes it feel very high-end, kind of like a really high-end hotel. And although all of the bedding that I'm using is very neutral, they are like varying tones, and so it's really nice because it just continues to add more and more depth to a bed, and it makes your bed kind of feel like the focal point of the room, which it absolutely is. Then right on top of that, I added in this cotton waffle weave blanket in this green color, which is perfect. This is the accent color that I've been adding into our bedroom, and I love this piece so much. And then to finish everything off, I added in the coordinating pillows, and I love how this turned out. This is so beautiful, and it feels even better. Of course, I got you guys a discount code, so if you use my code Amanda15, you will save 15% on your entire order from Bedsure, and I will have everything linked down in the description box, so you can go ahead and check it out. But they honestly have tons of options, tons of different colors, so no matter what you're into, they will definitely have you covered. So I did something different with the pillows this time. Instead of having a ton of accent pillows, I decided to keep only useful pillows on my bed, and I'm actually loving it. It's very nice because we're not having to throw a bunch of pillows on the chair or anything in the night. When we get ready to go to bed, we can just use all the pillows that are here. We have like our head pillows and our leg pillows and all that kind of stuff, but because I have like the coordinating pillowcases, it actually looks really pretty. And I also got a silk pillowcase, which I've always heard is really good for your hair, so I've been loving that. That one is like specifically mine because Kyle doesn't care at all, but I have been really enjoying that. All right, I love the bed and the room is feeling so nice and relaxing and clean, and it's all the good things. Also, by the way, like this whole mindset thing truly works. So if you're having a hard time try to shift your mindset a little bit. It's difficult sometimes when you're having a really rough day, but truly, like, the more you go into it, it's amazing. So anyway, we did use our bench at the foot of our bed a lot, so I really would like to keep it in the room if we can. We'll see. We'll leave it like this for today, I think, and we'll kind of go from there. But next, I'm going to bring in a new like console thing I got actually months ago, and we just never got around to like getting it put in. But it's gonna be nice because I'm actually gonna store our linens in there, and then also it can be like a pretty just kind of entry into the room. It'll be really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring that in because that was built already in the living room. I'm so excited to finally have a place for this mirror. I got this for $20 on Facebook Marketplace, and it's super heavy, but it's like an antique mirror, and it's so pretty. So I'm hoping it works good here. This cabinet, you guys, is $200, and I feel like it is such high quality for that price. It's very versatile. You can do kind of whatever with it. This could be a TV center. This could be just an accent cabinet. It could be an entryway cabinet, like so many different things. It could even go on the back of a couch and be kind of like a sofa table. Like, it would just be so pretty in so many different areas, but I love that it looks so high end, and I love the simplicity of it. And then, oh my gosh, that mirror just worked so perfect there. I've been wanting to do that little entry area for quite a while, so this felt so good to get it done, and it definitely inspired me to keep going and just keep my excitement up for the day. Finally, I wanted to take a few moments to water my slightly neglected plants that were on our little shelf area, and I just want to know also these little water bulbs, they're only $4 each. I have them on different plants that really tend to go through a lot of water, that tend to get a little bit dried out, and they have saved a bunch of my plants. They're looking so much healthier right now, so I will link these little water bulbs down below. Also, one thing I wanted to note about them is they are plastic, which is great because I'm always worried about them breaking, and this way I don't have to worry about that at all. Later in the evening, I started making dinner for the family. Now, this recipe is so great in an Instant Pot, which I feel like most people have at this point. But if you don't, I'm sure you can adjust this to make in your crock pot or make it just on the stove top. But it really is so tasty, and I feel like it's the perfect comfort food. It's perfect for those winter months when you're just kind of stuck inside and just craving something really comforting. And let me tell you, this is one of the recipes that gets even better the next day. So it's very self-explanatory, but I did have that recipe card right at the beginning when I started to show this recipe. But all you're going to do is season your chicken with salt and pepper and then place it into your Instant Pot. Then you're going to add in your chicken broth, milk, ranch seasoning, and I like to add in some frozen green beans, which I did forget to add for a moment, but I remembered right at the end. So you'll add those in, give that a good stir, and then you're just going to add in your pasta and stir, and you want to do your best to kind of bury the noodles in the liquid. Then you're just going to secure the lid and set the valve to sealing. Then you're going to cook on high pressure for 4 minutes. Then while that's cooking, I like to just shred up my cheese. I've been starting to shred my own cheese again. I used to do this all the time, and this little gadget has been so helpful with that. But once the 4 minutes is up, you're going to turn the valve to quick release and then open the pot. At this point, you're going to cube up your cream cheese, add that in along with the shredded cheddar cheese and the cooked bacon. I'm just making it easy and using bacon bits, and then give that a really good stir until all the cheese is kind of melted in, and then go ahead and serve. Now, I just want to note the sauce will thicken up as you allow it to cool, and like I said, the next day it's like even better. If you try this recipe, definitely let me know. It's such a good one. It is a new day. Seriously, you guys, Try that recipe. It's so, so delicious. We have leftovers and it's even better the next day. It's so, so good. But my kitchen is a mess. I'm actually kind of in a rush because Kyle and I are gonna go out and get the rest of Christmas tonight. We still have a bit more to do, but I actually made up a lot of time. I got a ton of things done like a little bit earlier in the week, and I'm feeling a little bit better about that. But we're so close to Christmas and I'm like cutting it down to the wire once again every year. Like I feel like next year is gonna be my year where I have it together and I have everything done by like Black Friday or something, and it's just never the case. But anyway, let's get a little cleaning motivation done. It'll feel so good. I have been getting deeper and deeper into therapy. I've been going very regularly lately, and it's been helping me so much with different things going on. But I am a huge believer, and I have been this way for years. I feel like everyone can benefit from therapy. Whether you feel like you have a lot going on or you feel like you're in control of everything, like I just think therapy is so helpful because in the end, we all live in a very imperfect world. But I saw something really funny a while ago, and it was about like trickle down therapy. And I feel like it's totally a real thing. So what it said in the video was somebody will go to therapy and get all this help, and then they tell their friends or their family members like what they learn in therapy, and then that's like the trickle down therapy. But it's so funny because for a long time, I feel like I've been getting trickle down therapy from my sisters. And as silly as it is, it actually has been helpful, I feel, because we're all able to share like little tips and tricks and things that we learn. But one of the trickle down therapy that I got from one of my sisters a while ago is that you should be focusing on what you can control. A lot of times we feel like life is out of control. We feel frustrated because someone's not doing what we're hoping they would do, or the situation isn't what we were hoping it would be, or we're trying to make it be, whatever the case is. But instead, it is so much healthier for yourself to just focus on the things that you can control. And for me, I've noticed like I can control how my home feels mostly. I can control if it's clean, I can control if it's tidy, like I can control those things. And to me, I feel like cleaning can be such a great form of self-care if you let it be. So again, going back to like a little mindset, I have really been trying to let cleaning once again be a focus of self-care, and it really has been making a big difference. Also, super side note, but do you guys use cleaning gloves? I know I've talked about it in the past. I've never been a huge fan of cleaning gloves unless I'm doing like really, really disgusting stuff. But my sister came to stay with us during Thanksgiving, and she has definitely been trying to convince me that dish gloves are amazing and it makes cleaning dishes so much nicer. So I have been giving it a solid try, and I feel like it's nice, but I'm just not sure if like it's worth the extra time when like storing the gloves and everything and cleaning them. But I'm just curious to know what percentage of you use gloves when you're cleaning your dishes, or if you just wash them bare hands as well. Okay, it's almost the new year and we will get into the whole new year goals, 2025 words, all that kind of stuff more in depth in the actual new year just in a few weeks. But I'm very curious to know if any of you have selected your new word for the year or if you do that. I know for me, it's been really a good thing because it's given me like an overall arching goal without it being too specific, and it's been so perfect. My word for 2024 was faith, in just restoring my faith in everything, like trying to stay positive about things and just having faith that things will work out, because that's always how I've been, and I definitely struggled with that in the last couple of years, and so that has been really helpful for me. But I really have no idea what I want my word to be for 2025, so if you have a word picked out already, go ahead and comment it below. I would love to hear, just share some ideas for inspiration, and then also let me know what was a high this year and what was a low for you. Let's start with the lows and then we'll end on the high note. Okay, we're back in my room and I'm gonna set you up back here so I can kind of like explain what our plans are. So first of all, I have laundry. I did half of it last night, so I'm proud of myself for that. I'll do the rest of it tonight. I do think we're gonna end up moving that bench somewhere else or maybe just reselling it because I really like how the bed is without it. We do have the chair in here, and because we don't have the footboard, we can literally just sit on the end of the bed now, which is really nice. So we might not even need it in here, but I sat on it last night, and because we have the shelf, like it's just like low enough to where like you'd hit your head on it. So I think we are gonna move that, and then that'll be good. We'll just put Emma's dog bed back underneath the shelves and it's just kind of tucked away. What we were actually planning on doing, we just couldn't get it together in time, is I want to paint this back wall Sherwin-Williams Urban Bronze. It's the most like gorgeous color. I'm very obsessed with it at the moment. Oh, by the way, I've slept in this bedding like in our guest room, but sleeping in it in our bed, it's so perfect. You guys have to get these sheets. They're amazing. So, so good. Just like the whole thing. This velvet quilt, it's one of my favorite things. It's so good. Anyway, all this stuff, so good. What I wanna do is actually do like box molding. So I think I'm gonna do like maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably make them like the same width or like kind of size as the doorways, so that the doorway into the bathroom actually matches, and that'll almost be like the 5th one, if that makes sense. I think I like that idea. But then I think we'll probably do like a tall one and then maybe like a shorter one on the bottom. And then I think I'm just gonna paint the whole way that Urban Bronze, just like as the back color, because I don't wanna do the entire room, only because we have really dark flooring and I don't wanna just make it like a little cave in here. So anyway, I'm really excited. I think it'll just totally make this whole space pop. It'll make the bed frame pop. It'll kind of sink the nightstands back into the wall. It'll be really, really pretty. So basically, I'm curious if you guys have any kind of finishing ideas on what we can do with this corner, because it's open to our bathroom, and all the walls, like all the edges in our home, unless if they're trimmed out, just have these rounded edges. So there's no like sharp corner. So I typically don't love how it looks when it's like a super obvious color, like a dark color, and then you know, like the light color in here. But then this piece is so wide that I wonder if it would look weird to like put a wood piece there and trim that out or something. So I don't know. If you guys have any ideas on that, let me know in the comments. It's okay. If we can't figure it out, we'll just paint it. It'll be fine. But I feel like there's something really cool that could happen there. I just can't really imagine like what that could be yet. But anyway, hopefully we'll get to that soon in the new year. And the laundry room, because that laundry room has been like so annoying to me for all the years, and I really want to get it done. It has so much potential. There's just so many ideas. But anyway, so that is all. I hope you're leaving here better than when you got here. I am so incredibly grateful for you, and I just wanted to share a few 10-minute self-care ideas because we don't always have time to do a whole huge self-care thing, but a few of my favorites are using an eye mask, using a hair mask, reading a book, watching a sunset, meditating. There's tons of free meditation here on YouTube even, going for a walk. There are just so many to choose from. Leave any of your favorite self-care ideas down below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and also I'm making up my new calendar for the new year, so if you have any video requests for the new year, comment them down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!